Mrs. Cymatic, the thread that we're building and that someone else has just dropped into is leading us somewhere really nice. And I looked this morning and you're blocked to me. And I know you'd never block me because we're finding the truth. So simple. That the two hemisphere model that you've got on your drawings, okay, that's the easiest way to look at this, as the two densities of expanding light and contracting slime mold. Contracting elastic matter is a single cell, and that single cell has multiple nuclei. It's slime mold. It's the only things that exist. It's intelligent. It strategizes. We can see that. And so we can find where we are in this system, how important we are, because we're the choosers. We are the enactors of love. By enacting love in our lives, we add positivity to the momentum. This massive force system is so huge, the twisting, bending force at the center of our planet from the mass of the rotating universe is so huge. All it takes is us to think positively and it becomes positive. And that the wafty membrane on the outside of this force field, so there's the center of the planet, it's a tiny dot point. The outside, the cosmic microwave background is something times 10 to the 136 times bigger than that dot point. Massively bigger. And it's a wafty, two-dimensional membrane of ice 18. Austenitic, cold. It's the temperature that it is where it is about to become solid from being austenitic. And it's wafty. So that the tiniest difference here tightens that membrane. The dodecahedron model that young person has just dropped in, showing how that we're on the massive surface of hexagons, there must be one pentagon. That one pentagon is the center of bending, because it's so it can remember that it's not a flat surface, it's bending in a sphere. It has to remember that. And so it has to bend around that hole, and it's in one dimension. Of the two dimensions, that's a hole. But in the 4-5 dimension model, that's pure force, dodecahedron. The dodecahedron exhibits hexagonal force two-dimensionally at its equator, you see, built from 5 sides. And that's why the Roman dodecahedrons are so powerful. They've been abused. There should be only one. If you abuse the dodecahedron, the power of that shape, that geometry, and you have lots of them, you can just insert them into the matrix, and you can get energy corrupted, but you've corrupted the whole system. It's parasitic. So, see the dodecahedron that has been dropped into the thread as pure force. And that pure force exists there, and it's expressed at the center of our planet in these two hemispheres. And they're twisting. One twists anti-clockwise relative to the other. Yeah, the light rotates anti-clockwise relative to the slime mold because of the distance of the stretching. It's all waves, so that the two-dimensional cosmic microwave background is color, splitting at green and yellow, with a sound, a note, a resonance, and that resonance has an echo, and that echo has a temperature increase because work is being done in the echo. It's beautiful, isn't it? And we've made it, and we're home. We're home. The world is about to change. So long, Cymatic. I've watched your development for a few years, from where you've come to what you know now. It's wonderful, isn't it? Because we stand on love. And you've got to see, look at my website, please, and look at Love 1892, because Dr. Levy completes the Galileo's problem. It's all about shell theory. Please read Love 1892, because the reference for this work for all of us is Love 1892. A chap in Weston-super-Mare who thought it was someone suggested to him it was a good idea that he brought together all the theories of shell theory, tracking the problem through. Levy completes it. Levy completed it in 1906. Levy closed the door in 1915. Reynolds opens the door in 2025. And all of our work stands on Love 1892. Yeah, that's our reference. So if anyone wants to argue with us about any of this shit now, you say, well, have you looked at Leve? Have you looked at Love? Because if you haven't looked at those two documents, fuck off, you're an idiot. Yeah, because it's just information. There it is, information. Look at the information and have a think about it. If you don't like the information, then dismiss it. If you don't understand the information, ask questions until you do. This is how the future is solved, engineering. It's the Reynolds number. Yeah, that biblical prophecy. Let he who has wisdom calculate the number of the beast. It's the number of a man. That number is 666, and it's the Reynolds number of our blood plasma through the myocardial fold. That shape, that hemisphere, you imagine it in a tennis ball. This is what happens. It's simply a measurement of circumference. What's the biggest circumference you can have? Shit, wrong ball. See the two patterns of the tennis ball? Yeah, the circumference doubles. Same size sphere, but with a circumference that's doubled, doing work. With echo of sound and increase of temperature in a simple engineering model. Hello, future. Ready? I'm ready, Cymatic. I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy at the work that we have done, what we've achieved. Yeah, using Twitter and using our own critical thinking skills, we have sorted it out. Reynolds number. Reynolds rules the world. Just for a minute. Follow the Rebel King. See you later.